One of my favorite movies turned 10, guys. Okay, not her, but oh my god, can you imagine? I'm gonna feel so old then. Released in 2012, Rise of the Guardians is a DreamWorks film based on William Joyce's book series, The Guardians of Childhood. He also wrote some other things that turned into some other pretty good movies. Its director, Peter Ramsey, would later become the co-director of a small indie movie called Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Wait. You've seen Into the Spider-Verse? This was a genuine reaction from a classmate, by the way. I'm not kidding. While it did okay at the box office, the movie really came and went in the eyes of DreamWorks. Sounds familiar, DreamWorks? Explain yourself! Also, I feel like I have to say this before I go any further, but if you're here because you're in, or were in, if you think that would make you cooler, the Rise of the Brave Tangled Dragons fandom, here's your coupon for a free I'm one of you guys look that I'm giving to you now. And if you're in the Jelsa fandom, we'll agree to disagree, I guess. Back to Rise of the Guardians. This movie's amazing. It's a beautiful fantasy action movie that is just charming to watch and so easy to fall in love with. If you haven't seen this movie or haven't in a while, grab some fruitcake, your Jack Frost body pillow, or hot cocoa, and we'll take a look at Rise of the Guardians. Okay, can we talk about this being the best DreamWorks logo though? I know they just got a new one with the boss baby, and it's okay, but it's robbing us from having cool, unique renditions of the logo. Puss in Boot, Ruby Gilman. Anyways, our movie starts off quietly as we watch our protagonist, Jack Frost, voiced by Christopher Whitelaw Pye, wake up for the first time. After meeting the moon and finding his staff, Jack starts having fun with his newfound ice powers and friend, the wind. Ice powers hottie with a wind friend? Yeah, that's right, Frozen 2. Rise of the Guardians did it first. Get dunked on. The fun ends when Jack arrives at the nearby village only to find out that he's invisible to humans.
Ma'am? Oh, excuse me. Can you tell me where I am? Hello?
Okay, DreamWorks, I really don't need to cry 4 minutes in the movie. Fast forward to 300 years later, and we see North, aka the most badass Santa ever. Oh, and he eats cookies? Now that's cool. Chipping away in his workshop, when suddenly there seems to be a disturbance in the force. I mean the globe. No, wait. North calls upon the Guardians using the Aurora Borealis. Whoa, okay. And here we see the other 3 Guardians, Toothiana, Sandman, and Bunnymund, make their way to the North Pole. After a few funny exchanges, we learn that the Man in the Moon, aka Manny, has gathered the Guardians together because the boogeyman, Pitch Black, has returned and is planning something sinister. Manny also appoints a new member of the Guardians.
Jack Frost.
I take it back. The groundhog's fine.
Now that the whole gang's here, can we talk about how star-studded the cast of this movie is? You got Christopher Whitelaw Pye as Jack, Jude Law as Pitch, Isla Fisher as Tooth, and Hugh frickin' Jackman as Bunnymund. Meanwhile, Jack Frost is having a great time traveling around the world, playing pranks, and bringing everyone snow days.
Hey, wind! Take me home!
We see him return home to the village, and it's here we meet Jamie, a boy who is really into legends and the supernatural.
Jamie, hat? We don't want Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Who's Jack Frost?
No one, honey. It's just an expression.
Hey!
With the help of Jack's magic, Jamie and his friends had an adrenaline-inducing snowball fight and sleigh ride. But it immediately got sidelined shocked by Jamie's knocked out tooth.
What about all the fun we just had? That wasn't the Tooth Fairy, that was me. What's a guy gotta do to get a little attention around here?
Still feeling lost in the world, Jack pleads to the moon to tell him why he's here.
If there's something I'm doing wrong, can you just tell me what it is? Because I've tried everything, and no one ever sees me.
He may be a pretty boy, but he's also a sad boy. One of the reasons why I'm attached to Jack Frost as a protagonist is because I find characters who don't really know their place in the world so intriguing. I love seeing them thrive and gain confidence in themselves through their arcs because it gives me hope that I can do that too. As Jack wallows in sadness, Sandman is here with this beautiful dream sand.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, the animation in this movie is top-notch DreamWorks. Everything is so vibrant but not eye-melting like some other animated movies. Yours, Illumination, I'm talking about your movies. And despite being 10 years old, everything in this movie holds up really well. I'm especially in love with the dream sand sequences, they're just so aesthetically pleasing. Speaking of the dream sand, we get an introduction to Pitch Black, who's able to turn the dream sand into nightmare dust with a touch of fear. Fear. Why did I almost say beer?
What a pretty little nightmare.
Get it? Nightmares? 'Cause they're horses? We come back to Jack chasing down a mysterious figure who is revealed to be Bunnymund, aka the hottest Easter bunny you'll ever meet. I mean, the daddy. We dabble in some banter and then Jack gets kidnapped by the Yetis and tossed through a magic portal.
Oh, good. That was my idea.
Now the Guardians immediately bombard him with a grand welcome as the new Guardian. To Jack's dismay, there's tons of music, confetti,
Put those grippers
and when Jack interrupts the ceremony,
What makes you think I want to be a guardian?
Of course you do.
Music! No music! This is all very...
North informs him that it was Manny who chose him to be the new Guardian.
What?
After an emotionally gruesome fight, seriously, Bunny roasted the shit out of Jack here, North invites Jack to his office.
Oh, hey, Phil.
Now we get down to tax of brass.
Tax.
With a charming Russian nesting doll analogy, North tells Jack that each Guardian has a center.
There's a tiny wooden baby.
Look closer. What do you see?
You have big eyes.
Yes! Big eyes, very big, because they are full of wonder.
Although Jack is uncertain what his is, North assures him that he'll find it soon. I really enjoyed how well-rounded the characters are. Take North for example. He embodies the jolliness of Santa, but there's still a certain bite to him. He's optimistic and trusting, but that doesn't mean he can't kick ass. Like, this is a guy who wields 2 swords and has naughty and nice tattooed on his forearms. I mean, what a look. So, Bunny interrupts with news that Tooth's palace is under attack, and the Guardians set out with a dazzling action sequence involving what might be the coolest looking sled.
Hey, Bunny. Check out this view. Oh, you do care.
Rack off, you bloody show pony.
With the help of North's snow globe portal, they arrive at Tooth's palace, but they're too late. While Jack managed to save one, the nightmares have stolen all the other baby tooth fairies, as well as the children's teeth.
There will be nothing but fear and darkness. And me. It's your turn not to be believed in.
After comforting Tooth, Jack finds out that she is the guardian of memories.
My fairies and I watch over them. And when someone needs to remember what's important, we help them.
And more importantly, that he had a life before becoming Jack Frost.
If I find my memories, then I'll know why I'm here. You have to show me.
I can't, Jack. Pitch has them.
Then we have to get them back.
Eager to keep the children's beliefs and find Jack's memories, North proposed that the Guardians should substitute the kidnapped fairies. And in a fun montage, The Guardians race each other to collect as many teeth as possible.
Wow, you guys collect teeth and leave gifts as fast as my fairies. You guys have been leaving gifts, right?
This is clearly just me fangirling about Rise of the Guardians, but I love this little moment of Jack looking up at the AC wondering where the cool air is coming from. A+ character moment. Anyways, we find ourselves back in Jamie's room where Jamie sees all the Guardians, except Jack as he is ignored once again. I mean, even the flashlight didn't hit him. Please, I'm so sad about this. Just give me some more hijinks.
Sandy, knock him out.
Huh?
With the dream, Sandy, you Gumby.
Thank you. While trying to calm down Jamie's pet,
That's a greyhound. Do you know what greyhounds do to rabbits?
Sandy accidentally hits everyone with the dream sand,
Oh, I really wish I had a camera right now.
leaving him and Jack to deal with pitch black on their own.
You take the ones on the left, I'll take the ones on the right.
We also see Jamie's sister, Sophie, take North's globe, but we'll get back to her later. I just want to say how much I love the action sequences in this movie. Between this, How to Train Your Dragon, and even the Bee Movie, DreamWorks really knows their flying scenes. They have a sense of playfulness that really brings you in on the action, ducking and weaving through the environments with great momentum. Like, this sky battle is so cool. I love how the camera swoops in and out, and the excellent choreography keeps you from feeling lost in the sauce. We also get some cute character moments like Pitch's little boo, or Bunny looking smug with his boomerang, and oh wait, Sandy's dead? Yeah, Pitch kills Sandy with his nightmare dust, and in a fit of rage, Jack unleashes a wave of ice magic that saves the Guardians.
Finally! Someone who knows how to have a little fun.
The Guardians return to the North Pole and mourn for their loss, and it's here we get another really touching heart-to-heart moment between Jack and North.
How can I know who I am until I find out who I was?
You will. I feel it. In my belly.
I'm really happy that Jack was able to confide in North as a parental figure after being alone for 300 years. With Sandy gone, Pitch's nightmares are becoming more widespread, and the lights on the globe are rapidly fading. Now that we're here, I guess I'll keep it brief with the globe and its relation to the Guardians' powers. Basically, each light on the globe is a child who believes in the Guardians, and more faith in the Guardians equals more power. Huh. I don't know why I thought that would be hard to explain. Anyways, Bunny reassures everyone that they'll still have a fighting chance against Pitch because...
Easter is tomorrow.
Yeah, you probably thought this was just another Christmas movie because of Santa Claus over here, but nope, it's an Easter movie. And yes, this is my go-to movie for Easter. I don't want none of that hop shit, okay? The Guardians arrived at Bunnymund's Warren, and I think by now we can all agree that this movie has incredible world building. Like, every location we've been to is so detailed and well thought out, not to mention gorgeous to look at. Even without the context of the movie, you can clearly tell who's ruling each land. It makes every new place feel fresh from the last, and you leave this movie wanting more from each of the worlds. So it turns out that Sophie's snow globe adventure has led her to the Warren, and we get this really funny scene of the Guardians, whose job is to protect the children, not know how to deal with kids.
Pretty. Oh, you know what? I've got something for you. Here it is. Look at all the pretty teeth. There's little blood and gum on them.
Blood and gums?
Anyways, Jack uses his magic on Bunny, and we get this cute montage of all the Easter eggs getting colored and ready for Easter.
Okay, that's a little strange.
Nah, mate. That's adorable.
I love how much of a softie Bunny is in this scene. Again, I love this movie for giving us such well-rounded characters. Like, get you a man who can do both. No excuses. Also, I love this bonding scene between Jack and Bunny, just soft eyes all around.
Look, I'm sorry about the whole, the kangaroo thing.
It's the accent, isn't it?
Jack volunteers to return Sophie home, but is distracted by a familiar voice.
That voice, I know that voice.
He follows it to find Pitch's lair, which, by the way, is under this creepy-ass bed. Like, damn, bitch, you live like this? So it turns out Pitch was luring Jack in with his previous memories, and as any good villain, he decides to play into Jax's fears and insecurities. I really love the cinematography in this sequence. It gets really disorienting as everything becomes more nightmare-like, from the long shadows to the winding hallways. On top of the eerie music, you get some really cool shots with the camera spinning, and the little bit of light that comes through shows how isolating and abandoned everything feels. Everything comes to a head when Jack loses Baby Tooth and gets sent back to the Warren, where all the eggs were destroyed.
I can't believe it.
I know.
There's no such thing as the Easter Bunny.
There is no Easter Bunny.
What?
There is no,
No.
Tooth Fairy.
Wrong, not
And there is no
true.
Queen of England.
Right in front of
Why
you, mate.
wouldn't he come?
They don't see me. They don't see me.
Meanwhile, Jamie tries to convince his friends about the Easter Bunny, but to no avail since everyone's been riddled with nightmares. With the Guardians feeling betrayed, Jack flies off to Antarctica. He's confronted by Pitch, who tries to manipulate Jack into teaming up with him.
Everything is
Pitch black?
And Jack Frost, too.
So, Pitch breaks Jack's staff and leaves him in the chasm, where Baby Tooth encourages Jack to finally unlock his memories. And here we get this really bittersweet flashback to Jack's previous life, where he sacrificed himself to save his sister.
3.
Finally learning his past, Jack refines his staff with his powers. Yeah, this was definitely the scene that won me over at 15 and why Jack Frost is my favorite DreamWorks character. He's kind, quick on his feet, and caring above all else. He may be a trickster, but he's never ill-willed, and I think the movie has a good grasp on Jax's imposter syndrome. He's a guardian with great ice powers but struggles to find his place. He wants to belong somewhere, but when the opportunity comes, he quickly brushes it aside because he doesn't think he deserves it. And the truth is, he wasn't even some legendary hero who saved the world. He was just a kind-hearted guy who saved his sister. And that was enough for the moon to choose him. What really hit me is that there were no predestined shoes to fill. He just needs to choose himself and believe.
That's why you chose me. I'm a guardian.
Back to the movie, Jamie's faith starts to waver. So Jack uses his ice magic to create an illusion of an Easter bunny as a sign to believe in the Guardians. Not only does this reignite Jamie's hope for the Guardians, but Jamie becomes the first kid to believe in Jack Frost in 300 years.
Jack Frost! That's my name! You said my name!
And while I can't play the whole scene in full, just know that it is as magical and satisfying as you think. The joy and excitement Jack feels in this scene is so contagious, and the soundtrack by Alexandre Desplat really hits it home. You've probably recognized Alexandra's name from a lot of Guillermo del Toro and Wes Anderson movies. Or the Wes Anderson movie trend on TikTok, whatever suits you, I guess. There's a certain playfulness that comes with Jack's theme in this movie, and it is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Wanting to protect the last light, the weakened Guardians arrive at Jamie's. Aww, he's just a little meow meow now. Pitch continues to overpower the Guardians, and Jack has a revelation while comforting Jamie.
We're gonna have a little fun instead. That's it. That's my center.
Relieving the tension from Pitch, the gang is able to escape and round up more of Jamie's friends. Thanks to Jack's magic, the kids are able to have fun again and stand up against Pitch.
I do believe in you. I'm just not afraid of you.
The Guardians regain their power, including Sandy, who returned after the kids revived the Dream Sand. Again, we love beautiful visuals. Pitch Black is knocked out, and the kids finally get to play happily in the snow again as Jack and North reconcile.
Your center?
Huh? It took a while. But I figured it out.
With the kids no longer in fear, Pitch grows weaker and the Guardians confront him at the lake. We get this really satisfying punch from Tooth.
Didn't even say goodbye.
A quarter. Oh, whoa.
And that's for my fairies.
Women.
And Pitch's own fear of the Guardians backfires as his nightmares drag him back to the lair, making him disappear.
Why are you saying it like that?
For effect.
So here we are at the end. Jack finally accepts his role as a Guardian and everyone celebrates.
Then, congratulations, Jack Frost, for you are now, and forevermore, a Guardian.
We love to see a king win. Before Jack leaves, we get this heartwarming interaction with him and Jamie. It's a nice message of keeping your loved ones close even if they're not physically around. Distance makes the heart grow fonder and all that.
Jack!
And that's Rise of the Guardians. What can I say? This movie slaps. Rise of the Guardians is an amazing movie. It's full of gorgeous visuals, fun and relatable characters, a beautiful soundtrack, and great moments left and right. The theme of faith in oneself hits home every time, and overall is just a really, really magical time. I think the hardest part of liking this movie is to actually start watching it. DreamWorks failed to advertise this movie to the masses. Like, what were you thinking putting it up against a popular fantasy series and a James Bond movie? That's like when Disney put up Treasure Planet against a popular fantasy series and a James Bond movie.
Oh, wow. I need a minute to think about this.
And in return, the lukewarm box office resulted in a giant layoff of around 350 jobs. Which really sucks for a movie this good and with so much love poured into to be the face of such a horrible decision. Anyways, Rise of Guardians is just so underrated, underestimated, underappreciated, and really deserves all the love from me. And maybe even you. It's a strong 10 out of 10. I'm very smitten. Oh my god, we're finally done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button if you like what you see. And subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Bye.